My old man used to tell me, it's best to never say you've hit rock bottom. Trust me, he said. You can always go.
There are all sorts of shows for someone to go and do on Netflix if they get the urge to check them out. And one show that flew a bit under the radar and yet made a splash in its own way was that of the Outer Banks. This teen drama mixed treasure hunt got a lot of people talking due to the depth of character and the outline of the world itself. Many were curious to see if it would indeed go and get a second season renewal, and to the joy of many, it did. And with it arriving later this month, allow us to show you Outer Banks Season 2, First Look and News. Be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Number 7. What is Outer Banks? If you haven't watched Season 1 of Outer Banks yet, we won't spoil too much for you, but here's a quick overview of what the show is to get you intrigued. Outer Banks follows a group of teenagers in the Outer Banks of North Carolina, who are called Pogues, who live at The Cut, and are determined to find out what happened to the missing father of the group's ringleader, John B. Along the way, they discover a legendary treasure that is tied to John B's father. Chased by the law and a wealthy and superior group called the Kooks, from Figure 8, the Pogues seek to overcome obstacles such as drugs, love, fighting, friendship, money, and how the rich keep on winning in their quest to reach John B's father's goal that he had been working on for 20 years. On the surface, this may seem like yet another action-adventure drama with a young cast, but fans really seem to dig it. Not to mention, with things heading into another lull soon, entertainment-wise, you might need a new show to get you to enjoy things for a while, until the returning fall seasons, in their proper time frames, come back to the airways. Filming for the sophomore season actually started back in September, and after 6 months of production, the show officially wrapped in early April, which even led to number 6, the teaser. After their near-death escape in the first season, John B, Chase Stokes, and Sarah, Madelyn Cline, now on the run, and in over their heads in the Bahamas. New friends also bring new foes, and they're back on the trail of the gold. While the stakes for Kiara, Madison Bailey, Pope, Jonathan Davis, and JJ, Rudy Pankow, rapidly escalate at home. The $400 million is still in the game, but will the uncovering of a secret reunite the group for a fresh mission? Along with the teaser that was recently released by Netflix, they announced that the release date for the Outer Banks Season 2 will be July 30th, and that it'll again be a 10-episode season. Season 2 is going to test our crew like never before, creator/executive producers Jonas Pate and Josh Pate and Shannon Burke said in a joint statement. We've turned up the dial on everything fans loved about Season 1. More mystery, more romance, and higher stakes. It's a full-throttle, action-packed adventure, and these photos offer a glimpse into the next chapter for our Pogues. All we can say for now is buckle up, it's going to be a wild ride. And that wild ride was something a long time coming in terms of the showrunners and the team behind the show, because they've been planning this all since day one. Ever since we started, we always viewed it as something that was probably like a 4-season, maybe 5-season show, but definitely 4 seasons. Showrunner Jonas Pate told Entertainment Weekly in April 2020, even mentioning that work on Season 2 was being done during Season 1 in its own way. And now, we'll be seeing the benefits of their hard work. Number 5, new mysteries, new questions. While everything is going to be dialed up in Season 2, that doesn't mean they're going to just leave behind some of the mysteries and the fallout from Season 1 finale. The Pogues think that John B and Sarah are dead, Pate told the outlet, so we realized that gave us some dramatic possibilities that we could explore before we get them all reunited. We love that part of the show, having the Pogues together. That's when we feel like the show is working the best. The producer continued, there will definitely be some new mysteries and some new ideas. It all comes off the same spine of the same story, but it branches out in ways that hopefully the audience won't see coming. That means that fans are indeed in for a wild ride, and that things might get a bit more than people will think about at first. Though one of the castmates did note there would be a bit of a time jump, they only said that it would be in the micro sense, so perhaps a few weeks or a month. Number 4. Cast old and new. All of the Season 1 stars, including Stokes, Cline, Bailey, Pankow, and more, are expected to reprise their roles in the upcoming episodes. which is good because fans fell in love with the dynamic group of characters introduced in Season 1, and it'd be a shame to get rid of them now. But as teased, there are also going to be new friends and others who enter the fold. Deadline reported in April 2021 that Roots actress Carlacia Grant was tapped to join the OG cast as Cleo, a confident and fearless local whose world collides with the Pogues. Lost alum Elizabeth Mitchell will portray Limbri, a longtime Charleston native who masks her toxicity and menace beneath her southern charm. Gorgeous, talented cast, incredible crew, filming in paradise. Mitchell wrote in an Instagram story shortly after she was announced as a Season 2 star, and a character I can't wait for you to meet. Number 3. When did this film? Given that the world of entertainment was rocked by the global pandemic and all that came with it, hearing that a show not only filmed, but filmed in a place like the Bahamas does raise certain questions. But fear not, it was all done safely, especially with Netflix, as they've been going to great extents to ensure the safety of their cast and crew. Several cast members took to social media in April of 2021 to reflect on the process of filming Season 2 after the production wrap. What a labor of love this season has been. To the best crew in the business, thank you. This isn't an easy show to do, and for those that are there before we get to work and those who stay when we leave, my heart is filled with gratitude. Stokes wrote via Instagram at the time, "It's bittersweet, but I'm very, very proud of this season. Can't wait for you guys to see it. Love you all. It's a wrap. OBX2, here we come. JB out." Davis bid adieu to Barbados, where the series was filmed, with his own heartfelt post writing, "Can't wait for you guys to see the amazing work our entire cast and crew did this season. #OBX, #OBX2. Number 2. Episode titles. Although we still don't have a full trailer, Netflix released the names of the second season's episodes to tide us over, written on a napkin from The Wreck, no less. They are as follows. Episode 1, The Gold. 2, The Heist. 3, Prayers. 4, Homecoming. 5, The Darkest Hour. 6, My Druthers. 7, The Bonfire. 8, The Cross. 9, Trapped. And 10, The Coastal Venture. While we can't go and guess everything based on those titles alone, there are things you can parse out. For example, Episode 4 is Homecoming, which might mean that the lost members might make their return to their fellow Pogues in that episode. Also, the Coastal Venture is obviously going to be a reference to a place where the gold might just be. Number 1. Outer Banks Season 2. All in all, it looks like Outer Banks Season 2 is shaping up to be something special for those who have enjoyed the show so far. With shows like these, it's easy to think it's just another show. But in truth, that might be what gets people into it. It has all the hallmarks of something many would watch, and with certain people wanting to go to the coastal areas, but can't, Outer Banks might just be what they need to get through this still rough time. So what do you think? What do you think of this look at Season 2 of Outer Banks, and how it could all break down based on what we know so far? Does hearing about the teaser and the behind-the-scenes info make you excited for its release later this month? What do you personally hope happens in the sophomore season, and what characters are you excited to see return? Let us know in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe, and we'll see you next time on the channel.